This is the newest, largest, and the most powerful U.S. Navy aircraft carrier ever built. The $13 billion nuclear reactor-powered aircraft carrier called USS Gerald R. Ford is the first operational ship part of the Ford class, which in total is intended to include 10 almost identical, massive supercarriers. But what exactly makes this new class of ships so scary for the enemies of the United States? Some of it is classified, of course, but we also know a lot about the details, and I have to say the technology behind this aircraft carrier is way more interesting than you would first think. Let's take a closer look inside this ship and its operations. Welcome to Boost. Gerald R. Ford class is a technological masterpiece and a symbol of the U.S. naval supremacy, leading in a new era of maritime warfare capabilities. This class of supercarriers represent a massive leap in naval engineering and operational flexibility with new technologies and advancements in many different systems. The Gerald R. Ford carriers are ahead of their time, leaving history in the past and paving the way for the future of the U.S. Navy. Significantly different from their predecessors, these aircraft carriers are the largest ever built for the U.S. Navy in terms of displacement, spanning a length of approximately 1,092 to 1,106 feet, weighing about 100,000 tons, and comes with a staggering price tag of around $13 billion each. The highly modernized Ford class has more than 20 new technologies, including major advances to its propulsion system and aircraft launch system, which is now electromagnetic instead of steam-powered. It also has improved arresting gear to slow down the landing aircraft, better machinery controls, more accurate radars, and many new and improved warfare systems. These innovations support over 30% higher effectiveness during war operations, at a significant cost savings compared to the earlier Nimitz-class carriers. The Gerald R. Ford class offers a reduction of approximately $4 billion per ship in its life cycle operations and other costs compared to the Nimitz class. The new tech and combat features that the Gerald Ford brings to the Navy will change how naval battles are fought, making the U.S. naval force stronger and more dangerous in a world where big countries compete. The Ford class is the fastest and most powerful fighting ship, with better systems that work well with other ships in the carrier group and with the Navy's partners around the world. A special thing about the Gerald Ford is it has 11 high-tech weapons elevators that can lift much heavier stuff, up to 24,000 pounds more than what older carriers can handle. Moving weapons from where they're stored to where they're put together, and then to the planes on the flight deck, is now faster and smoother. Bullets and bombs are moved to where they need to go using these big elevators that work with magnets, making it easier to get around in the hangars and on the flight deck. The USS Gerald Ford has two A-1B nuclear reactors. These reactors are easier to manage, need fewer people to run them, and are much stronger than the older Nimitz-class A-4W reactors. Each Gerald R. Ford class ship has two of these reactors, giving them at least 25% more power than the two A-4W reactors on a Nimitz-class ship. The Navy plans for the Gerald R. Ford class to stay active for 90 years, until the year 2105. This means these ships will need to keep updating with new tech over the years. Right now, they're only using half of their power-making ability for current needs, leaving the rest for any new tech that comes in the future. Please use a tiny amount of your energy to click the like and subscription buttons under this video to help Boost grow on YouTube. Expected to have 10 ships, so far 4 are named: USS Gerald R. Ford, USS John F. Kennedy, USS Enterprise, and USS Doris Miller. The USS Gerald R. Ford is the first of its kind and the newest aircraft carrier design in over 40 years. Its construction began on November 14, 2009, and Susan Ford Bales, Gerald R. Ford's daughter, named it on November 9, 2013. President Trump commissioned it on July 22, 2017, officially adding it to the Navy fleet and replacing the retired USS Enterprise after its 51 years of service. By 2017, the USS Gerald R. Ford became known as the biggest aircraft carrier and the largest warship ever made. The USS John F. Kennedy, the second in the Ford class, will take over for the USS Nimitz once it's retired. The USS Enterprise, the third of this new class, will be the 9th U.S. naval ship and the third carrier with this name, expected to start service by 2028 and to succeed the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower. An aircraft carrier and its air wing are key for keeping control over the world's oceans. History has repeatedly shown how crucial it is to have air power that can be deployed from the sea. The air wing is essential for both attack and defense. The Ford can carry over 75 planes, including a wide variety like the F-35, F/A-18 Super Hornet, E-2 Hawkeye, C-2 Greyhound, and many different types of helicopters and drones. In 2020, the Navy started swapping out C-2 Greyhounds for V-22 Ospreys to better deliver supplies to the fleet. The Ford class also supports various aircraft used by the U.S. Marine Corps and is designed to include future advanced planes from the F/A-XX program. The F/A-XX is being developed as a future 6th-generation fighter jet to take over from the F/A-18 Super Hornet and work alongside the F-35C starting in the 2030s. Besides its air wing, the Gerald R. Ford-class carriers pack a strong defense with 2 RIM-162 evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, 2 RIM-116 rolling airframe missile systems, 3 Phalanx CIWS for close defense, plus 4 Mark 38 25mm guns and 4 M2.50 caliber machine guns. With a lot of electrical power to spare, the Ford might even get laser defense weapons powered by its nuclear reactors to boost its defense even more. A carrier strike group stands as a key component of U.S. military strength, equipped with enough firepower to match the air forces of whole countries. Its goal is to control the air, sea, and below the sea, handle emergencies, and safeguard U.S. interests everywhere at any time. Recognized for their power, mobility, adaptability, autonomy, and self-sufficiency, a carrier strike group usually includes about 7,500 people and different types of ships, like a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, at least 1 cruiser, and a group of destroyers or frigates that includes at least 2 ships. Sometimes submarines, logistical support ships, and a supply vessel are also part of the group. Ford-class carrier strike groups can hit targets up to 1,000 miles away, and even further with the help of air refueling. Aircraft carriers have always been important for showing power and stopping enemies. What do you think of the USS Gerald R. Ford and aircraft carriers in general? Comment your thoughts. Please click the like and subscription buttons if you found this video interesting. Keep watching more videos by Boost, like this one on your screen now.